What's up, everybody? Welcome to another live stream with Alec. Got the comments up here, getting ready to rock. Turn that volume down. Hope you guys are having a great Wednesday. You can believe it, it's Wednesday. The world keeps moving on. And today in my weekly live, I'm across 4 platforms today, which is really fun. And hey, thanks, Matt. Cool live. We're talking about local marketing today. Man, it's so fun. I've talked a ton about digital because I'm super passionate about digital, and you're watching this on digital. You've heard me a million times talk about how important brand is, how important building out a connected digital community is. I mean, all this stuff is just massively important for your future success in referral-based sales and mortgage sales. You got to do it. Now, as we look at the online buster, the internet buster, it's the power of the fact that you're local. If you're a local professional, especially a local mortgage professional, man, do you have a huge advantage over the internet companies, because you can actually make human connection, like real physical human connection, where they're relegated to a digital relationship. Those are powerful. Got to play there too. But I think you should do both. I think you can do both. And I think that the next 20, 30 minutes as we unpack some of this stuff is going to be really fun to hopefully empower you to get out of your desk. That is the trap. Getting stuck in your office is the trap, and not going directly to your community and building relationships is the trap. So let's kind of break it down here. I got my little notes up. Here's the first thing that I really want to land for you guys as you're looking at local marketing. The olden days of local marketing, the glory days, was like bus stops and shopping cart ads and maybe even billboards. Although some people are playing on that today too. I got you. It's fine. But I would say, no, that's not the right place to think about this. Local marketing is not dropping flyers. And I would even argue it's not necessarily door knocking, although if that's your thing, more power to you. I start with a foundation of local marketing is about being in service to your community. Let's say it again, a little slower. Local marketing is about being in service to your community. Hi from Africa. That's incredible. I love that. I got one person in Africa and my mom watching, so that's just amazing. All right, so let's break it down. Local marketing is about serving your community. So what are you passionate about? That's the first question I ask. What do you personally care about in your local market? And it's going to be different for everybody. Some of you guys have charities you're involved in, nonprofits, all that stuff's great. But what do you personally care about? Do you care about a clean beach? Are you a surfer? And every time you go surfing, it just makes you furious when there's just junk everywhere? Do you live, like I live next to a bay, like we call it the Back Bay. And yeah, there's runners there. There's people there enjoying the wildlife. And maybe that's the passion that you have, is I want to keep that place clean. Maybe you have a passion for Working Wardrobes, which is a really cool organization that I'm familiar with, where you can go give your old suits and old professional attire, and they can help outfit people who can't afford that stuff and help them get jobs. Whatever it is, whatever you care about, that's the first question. You got to make a list, because if you're going to be local marketing, what's up, Nashville? How you doing, Alex? If you're going to do local marketing, you need to do it with what you care about first. Let's do that, right? We're there. Second thing, what does your community, your local market around you care about? Let's frame it up. If you care about keeping your beach clean and nobody else is there ever, and no one's, that's a weird statement, right? So people are at the beach for sure. But let's just go with me. Then that's not probably the best place to serve if your local community doesn't serve there. If you want to hit the 1-2 punch on local marketing as you're setting this up, try to find out what you care about and make sure it aligns to what your community cares about. Those two things kind of come together, and then you ask the final question, which is, how can you be of service? Now you have a position to really kick some serious tail in local marketing. I'll give you an example. One of my favorite examples, man. A guy that works with us is named Bill Gaylord, incredible guy, lifetime learner, really amazing in social these days. And not like, because he didn't grow up on social media and he's figuring it out. But I always tell the story because it really lanes in. What's up, Bend, Oregon? Brian, good to see you. No beaches, yeah, but beautiful forests. Beautiful forests. So he really cares about the veteran community. He feels they're underserved. He feels like they need to get educated, and he wants to provide that mortgage education. And he relocated from San Diego to Las Vegas. And in Las Vegas, in San Diego, for years and years and years, he runs and his team run a very, very successful veteran education seminar series, like VA Home Buying Success, I think it's called. And it's awesome. And they've been doing it for like 20 years. So there's actually like a lot of people that know about it. The real estate community knows about it. And the vets figured it out, and they're coming in. Hey, Ashley, thanks for the love on Facebook. And the vets are there hanging out. Well, he goes to, oh, what's up, Lance? Big man. No, you're the big man, dude. We should hang out soon, bud. We miss our talks. So he goes to Vegas, and he's like, I'm going to do the same VA education, home buying success stuff. And he starts to put out some flyers and some Eventbrites, and no one shows up. And he's like, oh, yeah, that's right. I did build my whole business in San Diego for years before people got the clue and started showing up. So this is what I love. He gets creative. He goes, okay, wait a minute. Hold on. Where are all the vets? Start there. And lo and behold, there's base nearby. And he goes, okay. And there's a mall. There's a mall across the street. I bet vets are leaving and going to the mall and going to the fast food. I bet they're there. So he goes to the mall and starts walking around and finds himself in a Five Guys burger joint and says, what's up, guys? I would like to buy burgers for vets. The manager, who I believe is a vet, was like, that sounds kind of cool. Why do you want to do this? Well, I feel like vets are underserved in the mortgage and financing space. They don't know their options. They get out of service. They can do amazing things with great loan options. They don't know about it, and I want to educate them about it. But I'm not here to like smash them on the head. I just want to buy them a burger, thank them for their service. And in the 5 to 7 minutes it takes for you to make their burger, I'm going to go ahead and give them some information. But I'm not. It's not a condo sale. I'm not going to smash them. I'm just going to thank them and give them a flyer. Dude, manager loved it. They set up their first burgers and benefits event. They brand it. They have a little A-frame pop up. It's sitting on a table. And Bill himself stands at the door. And as people walk in, he opens the door for people. And he asks, hey, by the way, are you a veteran or are you a currently serving or a past veteran? And if you are, we want to buy you a free burger today. Dude, love this. So he hangs out with these guys. He buys, I think he spent like $212 on burgers for vets, which first of all is epic. They buy more burgers for vets, right? If anything, I love that. The second thing about this that I love is that he walked out of there with 3 prequals for vets. Now those results themselves are amazing, right? Can you spend 2.5 hours or 3 hours at a burger place and get 3 prequals? You're doing pretty dang good. But more than that, he got 18 vets that he bought burgers for that day, that he got their contact information. Because he said, hey, look, I'm going to start up a series of quarterly home financing kind of educational seminars. Would you want to be invited at some point? I need your email. Fast forward, I think he ran this thing like 4 or 5 times. Hundreds of vets ended up getting he got contact information to hundreds of vets. He got tons of loans from it, of course. But he also started to get real estate connections and partnerships. He started asking realtors to come because actually he was finding out that the vets have real estate questions. So now he's inviting strategic partners that he wants to be with into this experience. And at the end of it all, besides all the loans, he has enough velocity now to go back to market and say, hey, we're doing VA home buying success seminars. And he has a whole list of people who are interested. All because he wanted to buy burgers for vets. This is what I'm talking about. This is a great example of what do I care about? What does my community care about? And how can I be of service? Yes, I know we do home loans. Great. Got it. But can you do something cool for something you care about? Does that make sense? Man, it makes a lot of sense to me. And these should be strategic, like highly intentional marketing strategies, right? Like I'm going to go once a month and I'm going to buy burgers for vets. I know some people that have pivoted this stuff in local marketing, and they, instead of just coming to the office in the morning, they go to a local Starbucks or coffee shop where they know first responders go, cops, firefighters, ambulance, and they you heard me say it before, they have like stickers up and stuff on their laptop saying free lattes for first responders. That's local marketing. Like that's it. That's what it is. It's not bunch bus stops. It's not, guys. It's about finding where you can serve your community. Let me give you another example, and I'm going to stick on veterans for a minute because it's important. Man, a VA renovation loan is incredibly powerful, right? The fact that a vet can do an unlimited VA renovation loan at 100% financing and totally transform the house that they're looking to buy with zero down is incredibly cool. Now, you pivot that and go, how many nonprofits in my community support veterans? I guarantee, just Google that right now. In Africa, I don't know so much, but I appreciate you. I know hopefully this translates differently to what you're doing out there. But there are so many nonprofits supporting veterans around us. Do they know, and are they helping educate their vets that there is a renovation loan available to them at 100% financing? I mean, how powerful is that for a disabled veteran? That's insane. Because there's a disabled veteran out there who can afford a payment, has a great job, but can't get all that cash to retrofit the home to make it handicap accessible. Dude, that's called being in service. Go talk to those nonprofits, share your experiences, share your knowledge, get them excited. I got a great one on local marketing. If you're like me and you got kids in sports, right? So every Saturday it's sports, every Thursday night it's sports. It's like football, basketball, soccer, all the time. And so one of the things that I think is so cool is just like at the soccer field where it's hot, or the football field or whatever it is just bringing a big old pop-up tent so people can have shade. Yeah, it can have your brand on it and your face on it for all I care, and how cool you are as a great mortgage professional. But are you just providing great shade and great like service and love for the people that you're around at the soccer field? Dude, that's epic. That's local marketing. What if you brought little waters for kids, for the parents like me who are terrible parents and forget their kids' water, and they can give them a little Loan Depot water with your name on it or whatever? That's killer. That's being in service. That's local marketing. This is the stuff that I think transforms our mindsets and get us focused on how do we serve our community, and how do we, I went back, let's do the beach thing or the Back Bay thing, like a cleanup. Host a cleanup. Go door knock and host a cleanup saying, hey, this Sunday, if you have kids that have to get, they're in school and they need community service points or whatever, it doesn't matter. We want the Back Bay to be clean. We're going to host a cleanup sponsored by you and Loan Depot. First of all, you're stoked because you're getting your place cleaned, like the Back Bay or the beach, whatever it is. That's where you spend a lot of time and you love it, or the forest or whatever it is, and you're cleaning it up. And then you're inviting your community to come alongside you, and of course, you strategically have it branded, you and Loan Depot or whatever company you're at. Does that make sense? This is the stuff, dude. This is local marketing. I know Ralph in my Newport office has a toy drive every year, and it's incredibly cool. Him and a realtor partner up, and they do a killer toy drive. Yes, it's strategically branded. They go by and say, hey, we're going to come by and get toys. Yes, Loan Depot's everywhere. Yes, his brand's everywhere. And he does an amazing toy drive every Christmas, and it's just super cool. That's being in service and community. That's why then you can circle back to those people and say, hey, can I get your email, or can we connect on social real quick? Because I'm going to film the toys being dropped off to the kids, and I want you to see that. And so I'm going to share that video on my social channels. I mean, that's what I'm talking about. This is life. This is how you lean into it. This is how you get out of your office, get off the internet, and go belly to belly with humans to make meaningful impact, to build your influence and brands. If they ever have a mortgage question, they ever want to know what about refinancing, especially whatever in this market, in the refinance market right now, I'd be out there all day long. All day long. Building relationships, showing what I'm doing. Does that make sense? All right, let me give you a couple more things. I've given this example before, and I talked about it in a previous live on the third place, where it is a local marketing concept. Everyone has a third place they go to. How do you use that place to keep your influence going, to build relationships? I've used bars and churches and charities and all that stuff. Great. So when you have a third place, let me pivot it a little differently, because you can leverage a third place for this, but I'll go a little differently. Consumer education events are by far an underleveraged tool in local marketing. There's so much internet noise, and it gets really confusing for a lot of people, that if they just could get someone to talk to that they would trust face-to-face, that lives in their community, that they could actually ask questions on, it'd be a very powerful thing. And I think consumer education seminars are crucial. Well, I had a loan officer who said, I don't like presenting in public. First of all, get over it. I understand. But Okay, you still want success. You have an insecurity, a fear of presenting in public. What if someone says something that stumps you? What if nobody shows up? All that stuff. And so I asked him point blank, what do you like doing? And this is, we're in the nest, right? We're in the trust tree. He's like, drinking with friends. I was like, okay, good. Fine. Be authentically you. I like to go and drink with friends at bars and whatever. And I'm like, okay. What about hosting a think and drink networking event? Go to local businesses around, bring in some real estate professionals, and just go to your favorite bar that you're at all the time. Go to the owner and be like, hey, I want to hold a networking event here once a month called a think and drink. And I'll try to bring in a strategic speaker or, let somebody kind of share their stuff for a few minutes, and then we're just going to hang out. So really, it's just kind of like a social networking, physical social networking event, like what we used to do before the internet thing, right? Awesome idea. Build momentum around it. Go hang out. Now you're kind of the mayor of this event. You're coordinating it, inviting people, hanging out with everybody, but you're not under the pressure to perform or get on stage or speak. You can go around one-to-one in relationships and communicate what you do and share your brand and share your why you're in the business without getting on the stage and getting stumped by somebody. Boom. Do that. That's killer local marketing. You can make a huge impact doing that all day long. I'll throw out a couple quick fire stuff and then kind of round down with my final thoughts. Local community cleanups, local community yard sales, charity events, toys and food drives. Those things right there have massive power. What do you do to appreciate your past customers? My favorite idea, it's used all over the country by a lot of professionals, is just to pull down a movie theater on one random morning and rent out the entire theater and host a movie and invite all your past customers and all the real estate professionals in the community, and they can bring their past customers, and you just hang out with people. I love this for like big movie premieres where there's tons of energy around it and everyone's excited. I recommend family-friendly movies, not necessarily the Joker, but do you? And like, just how do you build community? That's local marketing, guys. That's local marketing. You're serving, you're giving them value. Here's a movie. Sure, your commercial can play before it is the trailer. Awesome. More power to you. But you can film the whole thing, show the families hanging out. You feel me on this? This is what local marketing's about. You don't need a billboard. You just need to get where the people are, and you need to operate from a position of service. All right. So here's my final thoughts on this to get you kind of out of your office and off the phone. Remember, local marketing is absolutely based on the three fundamentals. What do you care about? What gets you excited? What are you going to go talk about? When you go out to the community and you try to pull them into what you're doing, what are you passionate about? It can be kids' sports. It can be forest or natural habitat. It can be certain charities or churches, or it could be a bike club where you guys all put on the tight spandex and you bike around. I see you. Whatever you care about. Ask the second question. What does my local market and community care about? Okay. What are they into? And then how can you be of service? That's it. When you're live and you have a coughing attack, you just got to go with it. Appreciate you guys hanging out. I hope this is helpful. This will be on YouTube if you want to visit later. Hope you have a great rest of your week. Take care.